in those sort of quote-unquote losing matchups, or maybe not as favourable matchups, Steve still has an advantage.
Yeah.
Or it's even. And then either way, it's like, he's not losing, and that's the important thing, right?
And Steve's neutral game is devastating. Similar to the not Bayonetta, similar to the Cloud limit charge in Smash 4, it's just kind of forcing interaction with mining, and then of course, he can build a wall to force you to not be able to mine. That's insane. And Raime is going to have to be forced.
So interested to see. We're not starting on PS2, which is amazing.
Yeah, we're starting on PS2, the sequel. Love it.
Yeah, we're a small PS2. But I feel like the name of the game here for Raime is to just get it, right? If you can smother Steve, that's like you're off to such a good start. But the other side of that is if Steve manages to get away or get a jab, you're going to do 50%.
Yeah, and especially when you're such a weird, heavy, fast-forward character like Fox, it's not quite going to work. Alpha Fox. Building that wall I mentioned earlier.
How do you get around that? Like,
oh my god, man is playing Terraria.
Literally. I would say he's probably playing Minecraft.
I mean, yeah, but like Terraria is 2D.
Okay,
what the hell was
I'll
that?
give you that. MazeBeans, okay, this is what we saw earlier. So good at setting up those walls, but also teching them and reacting to those techs. Gets the down air. I mean, like, I'd just be more surprised if that didn't kill at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raime is someone that is so good at landing those hits. I feel like that's such an indicator of being a good Fox, is like moves like back air, which with the way that Fox moves, it can feel a bit weird.
Yeah.
But if you can get those back airs like Raime does, puts you in such a good place.
Yeah, I definitely also want to say, like, I love Raime's patience as well with that. No! Unfortunate for Raime.
It didn't even look like he was going to die there. That's crazy.
I didn't even know he would be sent at that angle. That's wild. Raime is not feeling good about this matchup. He is sent. Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Is this melee? No, I'm joking.
It's Steve. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's one on the board.
And to be fair, MazeBeans doesn't have a huge amount of resources, but also I don't know what Fox can really do to get through this without committing loads of stuff to it.
Yep.
Okay, going fishing.
I feel like there should be slightly bigger punish on that, because that's one of the worst tools for let's go! That's insane.
Strategic SDs that don't actually end up in SDs.
Wow.
Amazing.
You mentioned earlier the resources thing. I feel like that's one thing that Raime is doing really well, just covering, usually pressuring MazeBeans to use a lot of his resources in positions where he wouldn't want to, like his iron block right there, to get slight extra damage.
Yeah, he's got like one of 3 different blocks, right?
Yeah,
and that's
two
like,
irons.
It's similar to something you see with like, it's in the same vein as like the Olimar matchups, where it's like if you can stop them from landing, then you should do it right? But I feel like it's a 2-stage plan. The first stage is like actually getting in the first place. Raime struggling to do that. Like right off the bat, MazeBeans just running away with this. 2-stock, easy victory, to be honest.
But I feel like there was a bit of an adaptation at the end there by Raime, kind of bringing it back, and like I said, the resource pressure throughout the entire game was on point, and that helped bring it back to slightly more even at the end.
Yeah, definitely. But also on the other side of that, we did see Raime sort of living on borrowed time. Like, did actually SD, MazeBeans saved him. Saved them, sorry. Even if it was by accident, still saved. It's like that set could have been that game could have easily been a 3-star.
Yeah.
And I wonder what that does to your mental when it's like, oh, well, like, I've been given a second chance and still didn't do too much with it.
It's insane. Now, this opening is really good for me. He's sitting at 26 compared to 70, no, 80. He's listening to the chants of oh, can I get 100? And nobody's chanting for him. Yeah. That's the Steve way.
Okay. Goes for the forward smash, the charge forward smash. Something with Steve up smash, it's such a strong move, but if you miss it, it's such an easy punish.
Yeah,
if you hit it,
but you have to be patient about it. Because it still has I think it still either has a pickup box, or the hit is still active for a while.
Yeah, it's when the pickaxe hits it at the end that it's got another hitbox. But this is the matchup, right? Like 32% just from jab.
And even an up smash there to seal the deal. No.
Steve's the kind of character, there's 2 phases where first you have to take 60%. That's like your tax. Your Steve tax, you take 60%. And then you start playing the game. But it's still Steve. He's still got some of the best kill options in the game.
He's still playing a different game to us.
Yeah, exactly. But it's those 2 phases where it's Steve's going to be looking for those jabs, for those minecart hits, for those random up tilts. And then when you get to a percent like this, Steve's going to start going for those grabs. He's going to start going for those random minecarts in neutral. He's going to start throwing out more moves that would kill.
I really like the delayed pressure that MazeBeans is putting on, creating a wall up, kind of pressuring range into A option, and then just sitting back, shielding, getting a neat punish off. Oh, interesting. Really clean. Covering the jump off of the anvil there with a smash. Had to come out at some point. Okay.
Such good spacing. I feel like when you can work around that will kill. Okay, when you can work around that anvil, I feel like it gives you such good standing. But still, like this, the sort of the story of the set is like, you know, Raime's doing some good stuff. There are some good things that are happening in the set, but it's Steve, and they're getting the Steve things. You know, they're getting the jabs, they're getting the diamond forward smashes and up smashes, and it's working.
I hate that it is though. Oh my god. Nice patience.
Raime smash doesn't kill. Did the kill sparks and everything.
Raime needed that. Raime needed that.
Absolutely. That would have been such a good kill to get at that time as well.
Like, if we all have a look and just look at MazeBeans' resources right now, he wouldn't be too opposed to dying. Because he just get more iron.
That's true, but I was going to say at the percentage that Raime's at, it would be a good time to get the kill. Obviously, the longer this goes on, the worse it's going to get for them. Does get the tech, but still gets the F smash. What an amazing react! Like, just such a good set play. Being aware that Raime, you know, if they don't tech it, they're dead. If they do, they're still dead. It's just like such well thought out game plan. So
absolutely.
Just throws out F smash, right? Like,
Raime looking like he's not quite feeling it, or maybe he is, and it's just a speed thing, but I did say someone said he could be top 5 in Northwest. Not looking like it with that gameplay there.
I mean, it's the kind of thing where it's like you're looking at like potentially top 5 Northwest versus, you know, potentially top 5, top 3 UK at the moment. You know, MazeBeans absolutely making waves for a long time, even out of region, which is something he's only done once, and he still did really well at Odyssey, I believe. Or Colossal, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right. I believe he got 9th at the last like VC or something.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, you're seeing a player like this who is not only proven himself in Scotland, in the rest of the UK, but is now proving himself outside of that.
In Europe.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you're seeing that sort of prowess shown here. We've seen some MazeBeans before in the past.
Oh, that OP was really nice. We got to give that to Raime there. All right, following the wall so closely to get that tight up B.
Such good character knowledge as well. I feel like, you know, this is the kind of thing, Raime just has to hold this, right? You know, you can go even with Steve here and you should be alright. It's just when Steve gets in and gets those hits, that's when you start losing. That's when it gets bad. Gets the back air, that's what they need. That's absolutely what they need.
Come on. MazeBeans swinging wildly, but that's the Steve thing, so he's going to do that. Come on.
Definitely.
Got 2 more pieces of iron, not quite that enough. I think he's free for an anvil. Oh no, he needs 2 and it's completely gone. Dear God.
Something we've seen with MazeBeans in the past, there's been a few tournaments where he has not performed sort of at the level that he knows he can. And when you see those tournament results, it's when he's not getting the confirms, he's not sort of executing his plan. And it's a completely different story here. He's doing exactly what he wants to do and it's working so well. But that being said, I'm saying that, I'm giving him all this praise. You know, even with that stock, it's still a 90% difference. Raime just needs to play around that jab and around that up tilt. And if they can do that, they can hold it here.
Ooh, is that not punishable? Insane.
It's Steve F smash. I don't think anything can punish that move.
What? Oh no. I'm just looking at that Raime then. It's insane. Not quite
second F smash that hasn't quite killed.
Light would be crying right now.
Gets the back air though, such a good hit from the back air.
That parry. Raime is on top of it
right now. Raime is awoken. But then, like I said earlier, just such good awareness that like if I get hit here, I can tech this. But doesn't have the gold minecart. Raime is aware of that, gets the back air. Such a good hit. And for the first time this set, we're seeing Raime in control, which is just something that they've needed this whole time, and it's finally happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, getting the up tilt. Not quite finding that much off of it, but he's at 98%, so he's not quite going to get it. Down throw. I was expecting a back throw for like small stage control, but hey, Raime is the one who goes 2 stocks up against MazeBeans, not me. So, gotta respect that.
It's the kind of thing where like 44% is good. If you're Raime in that scenario, you probably want more. Like you want them to be able to get them to maybe like 70 or 80%. This 40% is still so doable for MazeBeans, especially with the gold tools. That jab cross stage is going to do so much.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think that was some SDI from Raime.
Which would have been faster. I think like you could SDI about it easier potentially. Yeah. Nice weight, nice tempo mix up on that waiting on the get up attack there on Raime's end. But they're on even percents, and that is not even when you're playing against Steve.
Oh my god! No matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, no matter what lead you have, Steve is inevitable.
Raime just
wins
sees the
those.
children come up to MazeBeans. Dear God.
Their little group of Minecraft YouTubers all celebrating together.
They love playing their Bed Wars game mode.
Oh my god. The Skyblock Survival, episode 1.
Oh, yo,
That's Steve.
They
in
do
this
modded?
game.
Do you think they do modded? Because I feel like Steve's modded.
Yeah? I mean, like, is Tekkit still a thing? I remember when that was a thing.
Tekkit. Oh my god. I remember that from when I was like 10.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh god, my age.
How old are you?
23.
Oh, that's not bad. I'm 17.
Okay.
What
no,
a
my age.
devastated gamer. I make everyone feel old and it's funny.
That's horrific. I hate that. Anyway, moving on. We're seeing Octave versus Regenix. Both these
Insane
players
players.
like doing really well. I think Octave may be more expected to see at this sort of point bracket. Regenix definitely not.
But Regenix is still a great player in his own right.
Absolutely. He's still a very strong player, especially like when you look at like his placements across seas. Like in the August time, they were like a big group of them went to like SmashCon and like, those kind of things. You know,
The stories from that are amazing.
yeah, and it's like, you know, it's the kind of thing where like